It is the Football Friday, and welcome aboard all. Dan Sileo here. I can't believe what I'm about to do here. You know, guys, I'm a conviction guy. I like having topics. I like having an opinion. And I don't really like to waver from that opinion unless I can be convinced with facts and things that people are doing to change a narrative that I throw out there each and every single day to you guys. I want to have some facts. And I kept going over these facts last night. Then the news broke today. Dallas Goedert gets a contract extension. And I started doing it the same way. I start going like this. Okay? I start doing this. So wait a minute here. Has Jalen Hurts really changed my opinion on his trajectory and where he's going as a starting quarterback of this Philadelphia Eagles team? And it was yes. Could I possibly be doing this for Howie Roseman? You heard me right. Okay, don't jump my ass yet. I'm going to explain here in a minute. Guys, really appreciate it here on a Football Friday, you guys coming aboard. Please, as I always tell you guys, like the show. You guys are spectacular. And if you're new to the program, okay, you're new to the program, just follow suit on what Pasquale does, or Eastside Monster, or East Camden, Big Chris, David. All the folks that jump in each and every single day, you guys add content to Big Sills' content. You guys have the topics. I have topics. And then we go forward here. I'll get to your thoughts here in a minute. Guys, before you start posting, I want you to hear me out. So in the last 4 years, the general manager of your Philadelphia Eagles has had 29 draft choices. 15 of those will become players that will be staples on the Eagles over the next 5 or 6 years. 29 draft choices, 15 picks are panning out. You mean to tell me that you're basically getting like almost a 50% success rate? Okay, you're getting a 50% success rate out of the draft? And let me expand even more here. Dallas Goedert, 4 years, $59 million. Josh Sweat, 3 years, $40 million. Jordan Mailata, who will be a Pro Bowler this year. 4 years, $64 million. You don't think Jordan Mailata is going to go to the Pro Bowl? I do. That's all from the 2018 draft. Guys, I don't want to throw any kind of kudos to Howie Roseman. But in the last 4 years, 15 picks have panned out. And just out of the 2018 draft, you're re-upping guys. Dallas Goedert, 4 years, 59. Josh Sweat, $40 million, 3 years. Jordan Mailata, 4 years, $64 million. Guys, this is pretty good stuff here. You know, it's funny, when you cover a football team or you cover any sports team from 30,000 feet, it's always easy to fall into the masses of what people say, put a narrative out there. But then when you kind of put the numbers together and you're starting to put things together, and by the way, he may have actually hit on Jalen Hurts as a franchise quarterback. Guys, is Howie Roseman putting the Philadelphia Eagles in the right direction? I'm asking you this. Do you think he's putting these guys in the right direction? Guys, I've told you this before, and I'm going to continue to tell you guys this until I'm blue in the face. When I make a topic and I make a statement about somebody and I get proven wrong on something, I have to give that person kudos. I keep going back to my take on Lamar Jackson. I thought that guy sucked. I thought he'd be out of the game in 5 years. Guy's one of the most electric players we have in the game. Is Howie Roseman putting this team in the right direction? You know how we've been saying? And even Chris Landry yesterday on the program said, I wouldn't put those 11 draft choices in the hands of Howie Roseman next April. Guys, I've said this before. You and I have to do this. This is not about us being right. This is not about us looking at a guy and saying, this guy sucked. This is about the Philadelphia Eagles getting better. Okay? This is about getting better. This is not about whether or not your opinion's right. How many people want to see the Eagles win a Super Bowl again? Best fan base in the country. I've learned that. You guys have taught me that. You're the best fan base I've ever seen. Second to none, because you're brilliant, too, and what your spins and takes are. And do you know what you do, too? You are the same kind of person as me. You know what that is? Guy works hard. Guy puts his time in. Guy acts like he wants to be at a place. You're going to give him kudos, and you're going to give him credit. Here, let me give you an example of that. Bryce Harper wins. He wins the National League MVP. See what Harper said in some of the comments? I'm paraphrasing here. You know what he said? I love Philly. I want to be a Philly forever. Okay? I want to be a Philadelphia Philly forever, man. I do, man. I want to be here forever. Then you get that toolbox, Ben Simmons, who doesn't know where he is, or nor does he care where he is. Simmons could give a rat's ass about the Sixer fan base or Philadelphia itself. He doesn't care about the city he plays in. He just plays here. He's a carpetbagger. There's carpetbagger athletes. That's a carpetbagger. That's a carpetbagger. That's not somebody that embraces a community like Zach Ertz did. See Zach Ertz still wearing that Philadelphia Eagle band on his wrist? I love that. I love that. Now, Bryce Harper, my opinion, I love the fact he won the MVP, but you know what? I'll tell you this. Now you got to deliver a championship, son. Now you got to start delivering championships. It's great to win individual titles. Awesome. Nobody in Philly gives a shit about that, though. They want World Series titles. They want Stanley Cup titles. They want NBA championships. They want Super Bowl titles. I want to hang banners, dog, not hats and T-shirts. That's what you get when you win a divisional title. Nobody cares about that. I want championship banners, dude. Do you think they hang SEC titles at Rupp Arena when Kentucky wins the SEC? They hang national championships at Rupp Arena. They give a shit about SEC titles. Howie Roseman. Guys, is he aiming this Eagle team in the right direction? By the way, we'll talk Eagles and Saints as well, and I got a Jalen Hurts topic coming up, but I want to get your spin. And here is the topic question, is Howie Roseman. Look at this 2018 draft. Look at the 2020 draft. Look at Devontae Smith. $29 picks in the last 4 years, and 15 of them have hit. Jesus. Maybe he is right on Sirianni. He's getting better. All right. Monkey Mind says retired jerseys and banners, baby. You bet, man. Trevor says Colts hang AFC championships. Participation banners. Thank you. Trevor says no, he's not. Wise guy. Jalen is the guy. We are a few good picks away from being a contender. Wise guy, you may be right. You may be right. Bobby says yes on Howie. Bobby, you and I are probably not a fan of the guy. But we can't lie here. We cannot lie here. We're not going to do what some people do in courtrooms. This is the court of public opinion. This is our own courtroom. Okay? You and me, fans. We sit in judgment of what goes on the field, the ice, the court. Julio, what's up, guys? Appreciate you coming aboard, Julio. I hate Howie, but results don't lie. Hey, Chalk It Up Sports Philly. I'm giving you actual stats here. East Side Monster. Last 4 years, 29 picks, 15 have hit. I'm just using the 18 draft here. Goddard, Sweat, and Mulata all get contract extensions. Bob, I agree with Sileo. Hey, dude, listen, Bob, you and I, this is not something I want to do today. Monkey Mind says, Sills, is it possible he's doing a good job and Peterson just didn't know how to develop Watkins and other picks? What is Peterson, and maybe he was sabotaging Howie's picks? You mean by not wanting to get the game plan and those players involved, and that was the conflict? You know? Hey, by the way, Howie getting rid of Wentz and getting a first-round draft choice for him. Doesn't that also play into the equation? So Howie gets rid of Wentz, gets out from under that contract, has a second-round quarterback who looks like he could do the same stuff that Carson Wentz does, and you're on a rookie contract, and you're $25 million under the cap. And half your draft choices in the last 4 years have hit. Big Chris, I'm not saying all of them have hit. Trevor, Mulata's going to be a Pro Bowler this year. Don't be shocked if Dallas Goedert doesn't make it to the Pro Bowl too. Dallas Goedert and Jordan Mulata should be on the Pro Bowl this year. Of course he's going to sign his boys. Why, you think these players are bad? You think Josh Sweat's bad? You think Jordan Mulata's bad? You think Dallas Goedert's bad? Oh, Carl, are you suggesting that these guys shouldn't get contract extensions? By the way, I think you got over on the Jordan Mulata deal. 4 years, $64 million. That guy is going to be a superstar in this league. Big Bird says Kamara's officially out Sunday. That also plays into this weekend and what we're going to say. Guys, this is really pretty impressive. You know, we're so quick. If we've learned anything today in America, we're so quick to judge when we see something that we don't like, right? And then we add our narrative into it. Okay? And because we're seeing the Cowboys, maybe it's because you're seeing the Cowboys have more success than you right now, and that's probably pissing you off more, right? Dave, what up, man? Thanks for coming aboard, brother. Carl, wait a minute. Carl, okay, don't be a jackass, Carl. Carl's like, all hail Howie. Hey, hang on here. I'm not going there, man. Hey, hang on, dude. I'm not going there, man. All hail Howie. No. We're not talking about a guy building a dynasty here, okay? Come on, Junie, man. I love this kid Mulata, man. He is a horse. My daughter plays rugby too, so I love the fact, right? Carl, GTFO with that. Way to go, Trevor, man. That's good. I'm betting big on KC. You are you? Pass rushers are out for Dallas, so you think Kansas City has a chance at Arrowhead. Dante, how you doing, brother? What's good, man? We love the show. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. By the way, remind me again, please hit that like button. You guys have destroyed that like button. See, this is one of the very few shows where you could do this. Pound that bitch. Thank you. I'll have another. Guys, this is pretty crazy. Howie Roseman, in my opinion, is building this football team in the right way. He's doing it through the draft. He's reinvesting in himself. Was it really Doug Peterson? And maybe he was right. Right? Now, the other topic that I was going to add to the Howie Roseman topic. See, and Jermaine brings a good point up here. When you see the Riegers and you see those kind of guys that are on the team, you do this. Guy sucks as a draft choice guy. He just stinks. But then I throw out 15 to 29 guys are going to be staples on this football team moving forward over the next 5 years. Guys, you miss on first rounders? Everybody does. That guy, N'Keal Harry, that the Patriots drafted out of Arizona State, that kid sucks. And that's the Patriots. That kid sucks. He's actually worse than Rieger, if that's hard to believe, but he is. Armored, appreciate you coming aboard. Thank you. Dustin, need to sign Maddox. Ryan Pace whiffs on first rounders as well. Dude, let me put this at you now. So they signed Jordan Mailata to a contract extension, Dallas Goedert to a contract extension. They draft Devontae Smith in the first round. Are the Eagles giving Jalen Hurts every opportunity to truly win this job, or are they using him as a stopgap? What do you think? I think they're giving him every single chance to be successful. Finnegan, look at how much money we're going to have next year to pay for free agents. This team is going to end up over 500 with like $50 million in cap space. And know this, we talked about this yesterday. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be in salary cap hell in 2 years. I pointed out to you, you got $42 million in Dak. You got $17 million. He's a $17 million cap hit next year, Ezekiel Elliott. And you got a $20 million cap hit with Amari Cooper. Guys, you're talking $90 million in 3 players on a 208 cap next year. Cowboys are going to have to make some significant cuts. And the Eagles are going to be like $50 million under the cap, 11 draft choices in a future. That's what the future's saying here. Am I wrong? Julio says, oh, yes. They're all with running backs and wide receivers. Okay? Just like KC. These bands will break up. And the Eagles, you're right, because you know if you're economically sound with your salary cap, you're going to be always in it. Why do you think the Steelers and the Packers are always good? Why? They're always good because they don't look at the Rams. The Rams and the Cowboys have pushed all their chips in. The Rams have no future. They have no future whatsoever. It's all present day. And they figure because they have to be in LA that they have to have stars. Okay, well, having stars on your team, if we learn anything about the original Eagle Dream Team with Nnamdi Asomugha and all those idiots, and we learn anything about how the NFL works, just because you have stars on your team, that doesn't necessarily mean it gets a star result. Dave says, unlike the dumbass Falcons, the Eagles are doing what they can while they're young. Correct. And they have, Dave, when you have players on rookie contracts, you're able to build, if you're smart with your cap, you're able to build continuity all up and down the roster. Monkey Mind, thank you. Sills, I'm a little iffy about Sanders. I don't know if he's even as good as Scott, to be real here. I'm coming back. Okay. That's fine. Wing says, yeah, pretty cool. Hurts is close with the Mannings. Armored, look at Washington. Dave. Thank you, Dave. That's really cool of you, brother. Thank you. Would you take Matt Ryan at quarterback over Jalen? Hey, Carl, you stop that. All hail Howie. You stop that. All hail Howie? All hail Howie, right? Okay. See how some of you guys get. What's this? This is like my Italian. You got to understand something about an Italian neighborhood, guys. You ready for this? You can be right. You can have all the facts. You ready for this? Doesn't matter if you have the facts. It's whoever hollers the loudest. And you see what he did, too? He goes, hey, all hell Howie. That's not what we're saying here. I know you're kidding. Dan, thoughts on the Goddard extension? Spectacular. He's a Pro Bowl player. Trevor says, if I see another all hell. Hey, Trev. Man, all hell Howie, man. Look what I started. Hang on here. We're not. Wait a minute. Bobby, stop that. Stop that, Bobby. Look at how gridiron. You guys are just like my daughter, my wife. Okay, I'll never say anything to you ever again. Hey. I'm just trying to point facts out to you guys. Why can't I do this? Let me point the freaking facts out. 2018, you've given contract extensions to 3 guys. You've gotten the last 4 years 15 picks out of 29 right. Ugh. Dave says, I love Matt Ryan. I think he's only scored 3 points in the last 2 weeks, though, bro. No, he's only 36, man. I think he's going to be a free agent. The cap number this year was $68 million against the Falcons cap. They were never going to move him. They may move him this offseason. Jermaine, okay, all of you guys now could kiss my ass, okay? Okay? All you guys now, okay? You guys are so Philly. Hey, hang on. You know what, too, guys? You know what's really great? Hey, Eastside, really, man. You know what? You know what's great? I talked to my boy Xander. He's so Philly. Holy shit, is he Philadelphia? Hey, Sileo, will you let me finish? I'm trying to say something to you here, okay? You have to excuse me. I've been out in Snowflake, California for a while. I haven't really had a dialogue with sports talk like that in a while, like you guys. Hey, maybe Howie's doing it right. And all the Philly Eagle fans are going, great, he's a genius. Way to go, Dan. He's a freaking unbelievable talent evaluator. Fucking thumbs up. Way to hey, nobody's going there. Oh, man. All right. Trevor says, I'm throwing people out of the club. I did that once before. I got fired for it. I threw a guy out of a club. My wife goes, I've never seen a guy thrown so far before. It's crazy. I threw him about 20 feet. I digress. Rico says, last 3 games, 209 average, pounding the rock. I love that number, dude. They do. Hey, Rico, they do that against the Saints, they'll win. We're going to talk about that in a minute here. Dave, again, as much flack as Howie gets, right? This guy's starting to, I mean, dude, you guys don't want to do it, do you? You don't want to say it. You guys don't want to say it, do you? Say it. Say it. Howie's doing a good. Howie's doing a good. I can't do it. Wait a minute. All right, Howie's doing a good job. I need one more. I need one more of these. Salute, Shindan. Woo! Howie's doing a good job. Hey, Carlos says shit's blasphemy. All right, Sileo, Howie's doing. You happy? No. Don't blow my cover, fan. You blow my cover for like that. Well, what'd you see it? Oh, okay. How do you know what I have in here? How do you know it's not Everclear? Have you ever drank Everclear? How do you know this is not Everclear? Why? Because you think the bottom would melt? Probably. Vitamin water. Why? Because of my age. Or is that an Italian shot? Oh. Oh, this is pressure from the top. Holy vey. Oh, my God. All right. Eagles and Saints. Nick gets a great comment. Dan, do you think Jonathan Gannon needs to go after this year? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Nick. I'm going to write that down. Gannon next year. Saints and Eagles. Let's take a timeout. Back to you guys. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. 1 free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
When it comes to the fight against insurance companies, large corporations, and the healthcare industry, injured victims are always the underdog. But that doesn't worry us. At Messa & Associates, we're an injury law firm from Philadelphia, and we come to fight. Our clients know that they've got representation with a chip on its shoulder, and it's the same chip that makes Philly the toughest city in the country. Call 215-568-3500 or visit us online at messalaw.com. Messa & Associates, the toughest injury firm in Philadelphia.
On the field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Monster, I got my Howie binoculars on. Welcome back here, Dan Sileo, National Football Show. Okay, so you guys are going to start hammering me here now on this. Okay, wait a minute. Sills, wait a minute. You couldn't stand the guy. You wouldn't even have him over for like scoongeel or lobsters. Now all of a sudden he's your boy and he's building the team in the right direction. Oy. That's the conflict of a guy who does sports, because you know what you have to do sometimes? You have to say things that you don't want to say. You have to cover things that are fair. We're not going to be like the lamestream media covering this Rittenhouse trial. If I'm wrong, I'm not going to sit here and still keep a narrative going. That's not what I do. Guys, it's called being wrong. It's not flip-flopping. People in my business call it flip-flopping. I call it being wrong. Bob says, I was ready to tar and feather Howie until you provided 50% success in the draft. Now I got to say he's doing a good job. Bob, this is fact. I know the Riegers of the world pop out. It's like 8 minutes of bad football from Wentz. Guy plays 4 great games in a row, and he has that 8 minutes where you go, oh my God, this guy sucks. Oh, Big Chris, I do own it. I said that, and now I have to eat it. Yeah. I'm looking at the numbers, man. I mean, what are you going to do? Just hide the numbers? Thank you, Charles. Nick says, I can't stay with Howie, Dan. I just can't. Nick, I feel you, man. I feel you, because the moves are such big, firing Doug Peterson, getting rid of Carson Wentz, sitting everybody like he did against Washington last year at the end of the season. Those were all brutal looks. I'm with you. Those are all brutal looks. Okay? Nick asked the question, is Jonathan Gannon one and done? And Nick, this goes into what I'm going to say about this game on Sunday between the Eagles and Saints. Follow me here. I think the Eagle defense just gives up way too many yardage and too many points, and pass defense is not very good. The whole thing, look at the numbers. I think this is going to be a very close football game. I do. I mean, Trevor Siemian don't go to sleep on Trevor Siemian. He outplayed Brady. Alexander says Chip Kelly damaged Howie. I don't know about that. Chip Kelly, as we now learn, he's not much to look at. I think this game is going to be a 1-point game. I think there's a 2-point spread in this game, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Eagles are playing better, but everyone's going to hang their hat on Sean Payton and him out-dueling Nick Sirianni. I'm going to take the Eagles 24-23 in this game against the Saints. I think this is going to be a 60-minute football game all the way down to the last possession. I think the Eagles win this game by 1. 24-23. That's where I'm going. Okay? 24-23. Julio says, I think 28-6 Philly. Hey, man, Saints aren't that bad. They're a well-coached team. Their defense is outstanding. Don't be shocked if you see some 3-and-outs there being put up on the Eagles, because that Saints defense can play. East Camden says, I hate those type of games. Wink says, damn, Dan, close game, huh? Question, what percentage of your draft picks does a GM have to hit on to be considered a successful draft? You want to hear this? That's a great question. That's a great question, man. Here, if you hit on 25% of your draft picks, you're considered a success. Do you know that? 25% of your draft picks. Most people don't hit on them. The Patriots have failed over the last couple. Look at what the Patriots did this previous offseason. They spent over $330 million on player contracts. Okay? They had all that money and they went out and spent it. That was filling gaps on poor misses in the draft. Big Bird says 17-14 Birds. Big Chris says 30-plus passes for Hurts. Risky. Correct. Hey, man, 25 passes. You run the ball for 175-plus yardage, you win that ball game. Bob says, I hope we go defense heavy in the draft. I do too. Here, this is what I would say, Bob. I would go like this. I would say edge rusher, corner, linebacker, flip it around, maybe a running back somewhere, more depth in the O-line. Draft a quarterback. I'm saying draft a quarterback today, 4 and down. Okay? 4 and down. You know where I was at the beginning of this year? 1 through 3. Now I'm 4 and down. That tells you what that kid has done over the last couple weeks. William says DT, LV, CB. Okay. William, that's not bad. Charles says definitely pass rushing edge guy. How about this, man? I'd take that kid Thibodeau from Oregon, man. Can he play? Kid from Georgia is good, too. People have been bringing him up. Okay. Philly 559. Looks like both tackles for the Saints, and it looks like Kamara's not playing on Sunday. Nick says, Nick, thank you very much. I think the different type of running backs the Eagles have could give the Saints D some headaches. They can. You know, the way that the way you have a power guy and then you have a guy that gets out in the perimeter, those are always tough to defend. I think that's what the Cowboys have right now with that kid Pollard and Elliott. They do have to keep the backs rotating. Yeah, but you know what? My belief in rotating is you got to have an offensive feel for the game if you're the offensive game planner and you're the offensive play caller. So if I'm pounding away, why would I bring in a pass-catching running back when I'm just going to sit there and still beat the shit out of you? Dude, never do this when you're coordinating a game. Guys, I love the rotating too. And by the way, I understand the theory and the mentality you're talking about. But always look at play calling as a fist fight or a boxing match. If I'm beating your ass with a right hand and I'm pounding you and I got you on the ropes and I'm beating the shit out of you, why would I go and start jabbing? Why wouldn't I go for the knockout? Put these guys away. One back is being successful. Run that guy. Corey says LBDE cornerback in draft. LB, I'm all right with that if you want to go there instead of edge rusher. Cornerback, you can, hey, corners and quarterbacks, always draft them. Here is the player, Jordan Davis. I love that kid at at Georgia. Kyle Hamilton and the kid Dean. Those guys are all on my All-American list. By the way, we should have did that today. Okay? Because I'm supposed to fill my All-American team out tonight by 11 o'clock tonight Eastern time. So if you guys have any ideas who you think, I like that kid from Michigan, that defensive end from Michigan. Jordan Davis is going to get an All-American. You know who my quarterback's going to be? It's not going to be Kenny Pickett. It's going to be the Alabama kid. I'm taking the freshman kid. Fan says Miles ran 14 times for 115 last year on the Saints with raw Hurts. You think he does the same thing? Why not? Let's try it again. Absolutely. I'm a fan of that. Devin Lloyd, outstanding ball player. Outstanding. Way to go. I thought you guys, wait a minute here. I thought you guys hated college. I thought you guys hated college. Yeah, Hutchinson, the kid from Michigan, man. Xbox, I love him. This is what I believe happens in this game. If the Eagles can do this, keep the ball out of arm's reach of Sean Payton. And what I mean by that is limit possessions. Run the ball. Keep running it. Don't put your defense out there on the field. And when you do, make sure you put your defense on the field in field position that helps them. Can't have turnovers. If you have turnovers, and that's what the Saints are notorious for, they have a football team that gets people to turn the ball over. You can't turn the ball over against a Sean Payton team. Okay? You can't. You can't do that, okay? Run the ball. Trevor Siemian, make him have to go like this, guys. Make him have to go 13 plays. Make them work for it. Don't give them short fields. Don't have miscues. You know what I'm saying? Can't do it, man. Can't do it, all right? Got to make sure you're playing field. Listen, when you don't have a home run hitter yet at quarterback, and you don't really have a home run hitter on that offense, I know many people want to say Devontae, but he's not. Hey, I'll tell you what, William. Goddard with the big payday today should have a big Sunday. Bro, I'm a big fan of that kid. That kid needs to be more implemented into the offensive game plan. Okay? He totally does. All right. Guys, do me a favor. Please like the show. You guys are just being wonderful today, as you are every day. Okay, maybe I went a little overboard with Howie, but you can't dispute these numbers, man. You notice how everybody moved off that topic? Everyone's like, I can't give this guy Howie Roseman any love. Even when Sileo's barking these things here. Look at that 2018 draft alone. Hold on here. Before we go to timeout here, check it out. There's 100 million. So Howie signed out of that 2018 class, guys. Howie has signed $164 million in contracts with 3 dudes. Guys, that's what it says. This is crazy, man. Almost $170 million and 3 guys this guy has signed out of his 2018 draft. That's freaking pretty good, dude. All right. I asked this question. Do you think the organization is putting Jalen in the right place and giving him the right tools to succeed? Are they using him still as a stopgap, or do you think they're setting him up for success? Take a timeout. Be right back. Take your thoughts. You keep it right here on the National Football Show.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
When it comes to the fight against insurance companies, large corporations, and the healthcare industry, injured victims are always the underdog. But that doesn't worry us. At Messon Associates, we're an injury law firm from Philadelphia, and we come to fight. Our clients know that they've got representation with a chip on its shoulder, and it's the same chip that makes Philly the toughest city in the country. Call 215-568-3500 or visit us online at messalaw.com. Messon Associates, the toughest injury firm in Philadelphia.
On the field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
I don't know, I get accused of pushing people's buttons. My wife says that, I guess, right? Carson Wentz versus the Buffalo Bills this weekend. Whoa, baby. Wentz is 5-5, taking on the Bills in a very tough division battle with Tennessee. Tennessee still wins even without Derrick Henry. Guys, man, Carson Wentz, are we rooting for him? Are you rooting for him? Big Chris says, Bills must win. Parlay. I would split plays with Smith and Goddard. Okay. East Camden, yeah. All right. Nick Sirianni is putting him in a great position to win games as of now. That's from Nick. That was our topic question going into this segment. I asked you the question, do you think the Eagles are putting and giving Jalen a fair chance to win this job? Don't you think that's a fair question? Because watch this. Don't you agree? Sometimes organizations, like watch this. You really think the Broncos are putting Teddy Bridgewater in a position to keep that job as a starting quarterback? Right? Do you really think the Broncos are looking at Teddy Bridgewater as a long-term answer for that position? Yes or no? You guys know the answer to that. It's no. Okay? Yeah. Javadi, we got it, man. Yeah, those guys are out. But let's turn it around for Hurts. Big Chris, he is a bridge. And by the way, I really like Teddy Bridgewater. I'm a Bridgewater fan. Okay? Wow, Kevin says no. Really? Nick says hell no. You guys really believe that you don't think that the Eagles going out and getting a familiar. I'm going to show you something about last year's draft, guys. I don't know if you guys really identified this. Eagle Empire says, forget offensive players. I think they will be setting Hurts for success. If they build a defense through the draft next year, having him on the field most of the game isn't easy for any quarterback. Absolutely, dude. That's a great take, Eagle. I'm good with that. But look at what some of the teams did last year. Can I show you something here on familiarity? So Tua Tagovailoa down in Miami, they want him in some aspect to be successful. I think they're hedging their bets now, and they're making it public. They're hedging their bets. But what did they do in the draft? They got Jalen Waddle. They knew each other from Alabama. What did they do in Cincinnati? They got him Jamar Chase. They got Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. They were together at LSU. Okay? They brought in a wide receiver for Jalen that he had some familiarity with at Alabama, and Devontae Smith. Don't you think that when you see teams doing that, that to me is a sign that you want the kid that you have in your building right now to have success? Because if that wasn't the case, wouldn't they have gone off script and gone somewhere else in the draft with another position that had no common denominator towards that quarterback? You feel me here? If anything I took from last year's draft, they wanted players that they had played with, especially around the centerpiece, the quarterback position. Hey, if I know what, and get this. So Jalen Hurts, how many passes do you think he's thrown to Devontae Smith in his career? 1,000? Right? 1,000? So that to me is a small tea leaf that I read that I go, well, they brought in Devontae for a reason. Okay? Taco says, O-line is fine. Milana, all them dudes. Got about 2 years left. They just got to Taco, they just got to stay healthy so they can get more continuity. The worst thing you can have, here. Taco, let me throw this at you here. On building an O-line. I don't know if you guys have been told this before. You could talk to Barrett Brooks about this. Building a D-line is 10 times easier than building an O-line. There's more technique in an offensive lineman's play. That's why it takes them longer. And that's why you see more guys that are closer to 28 and then up to 33. That's kind of an offensive lineman's prime. 28 to 35, somewhere in there. Where a defensive lineman, he comes into the game, 22 years old. He has 22 to 30. You just put him in a position, you wind him up, and he goes catch as a quarterback. He doesn't really have too much responsibility nowadays. Look at Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald doesn't play the run, and that's why that Rams team has a deficiency on it. Why do you think the Rams, why do you think they get pounded some weekends? Because the physical teams will always beat the Rams. You get Derrick Henry back and you put that Titans team with Ryan Tannehill against that Rams team, I guarantee you that Titans team beats that Rams team by 2 touchdowns because they'll run them off the field. Physical teams will beat that team. They can't stop the run. Big Chris says, I like the Dickerson pick. Big Bird says the tackle spots look fine, but interior could be improved. Prima Donna Rams. Hey, Kev, Aaron Donald can't play the run. That's Xander's boy. Keeps telling me how great he is. And yet you watch the Rams team, they get run over like a pancake. Guy's back here. Hey, this guy's like windsurfing. Hey, you want to see Aaron Donald in a game where people are running the ball? He's doing this. He's doing the backstroke. Looks like he's Michael Phelps. Dude, seriously, I saw Aaron Donald playing last week. I could have swore that was Michael Phelps in a Ram uniform. He was doing the backstroke. 49ers had that guy in a backstroke. That's your boy, Xander. Xander's like, what are you doing? Chris R says, doesn't matter what the offense does. The defense barely forces punts. Correct, dude. And Chris, that'll be a factor on Sunday against the Saints. Okay, that'll be a huge factor because that Eagle defense has given a lot of yards up. Okay? Robert says the Pats proved last night how effective smash mouth football can be when you control the clock. Really, take a look at what Mac Jones's quarterback rating was. Was it 65 or some obnoxious number? If you look at the numbers from that game last night against Atlanta, was that not a Patriot box score and how they beat you? They beat them, what is it, 25-0 or something? They just destroyed them. They took their will away. They absolutely took their will away, man. How do you do that? Well, let me run the ball at you. Guys, when you can run the ball like that, that's like, hey, kid, duck. You might want to duck. Matty Ice was ice. Hey, tell me after the first 4 or 5 series last night, you were like, that Patriot defense is for real, man. They can make plays. They get after people. They set the edge as good as anybody I've seen in the league. That's a really good. Hey, you want to hear something crazy? Guys, do you know how good Belichick is on bringing free agents in? Do you know that the Miami Dolphins are still playing Vinoy half of his salary? Do you know that they're still, the Dolphins are still paying half of his salary? So, and you're in the same division. That must, oh my God, I don't know how that doesn't get under your skin. So wait a minute. This guy's helping the Patriots win. He's in our division, and we're paying him half of his salary, and he's a member of the Patriots. Dude, that's having it jammed in your face. Yeah. And he had a sack last night on Matt Ryan last night. Rico says, G in the center if Kelsey retires. Whew. Boy, man, you don't want that center position being uncovered. That's a tough position. That and the left tackle, almost impossible to replace. That's crazy. Says that's why you build a running attack. You're correct. Eagle Empire, I think the debate on who made who better, Brady or Belichick, is still undecided in my eyes. Eagle, that argument's over, dude. Brady's got the Super Bowl. It's over. It's over. Brady took the things that he learned in New England, implemented them with a new ball team. It's over. Tom Brady learned a lot from Bill. And Brady would never be Brady without what Belichick instilled in him with the hard work, the dedication to details. Absolutely, all of that. But he's applied it now. And he's been, the student has become the teacher. And that's what you totally have here. Birdman says, Sills, what if Belichick wins one with Mac Jones? It would be his greatest achievement. And I say this to you too. If Jerry Jones wins the Super Bowl and Jimmy Johnson's not in the room, in my opinion, it'll be Jerry Jones's greatest accomplishment as a team owner. Not just that stadium, but it would be the greatest thing that he's ever done is win that Super Bowl without Jimmy, because he would have built the stadium, he would have built the team, he would have signed the contracts, all the things that Jimmy used to do. Jerry did. And that Super Bowl would be his crowning achievement. Because right now, he's never been able to duplicate it. He's never been able to even get back to an NFC championship game, let alone be in contention for one. Wildebeest says, if we need a new DC next year, should we go after Belichick's son? Belichick's son's never leaving that job, man. Why would you leave a job where you have job security? Bill's not, and for the record, Bill's not leaving. I think Bill's going to coach that Patriots team well into his 70s. I really do. So why would his son leave? His son's going to be the defensive coordinator. You know, he's that entitled now. But, I mean, why would he leave? He's got job security. And in the NFL, nobody has job security. All right. We will take a look at a big week in the NFL. The Cowboys have Kansas City. A little bit more on Eagles and Saints. I do want to broach again your favorite conversation of Howie Roseman stuff, okay? Seth Joyner for DC. I love those things. Nick, I love that stuff. But, Guy, I got to tell you, ex-players, man. Guy's a millionaire. Does he want to do it? We'll take a timeout. You keep it here on the National Football Show.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
When it comes to the fight against insurance companies, large corporations, and the healthcare industry, injured victims are always the underdog. But that doesn't worry us. At Messa & Associates, we're an injury law firm from Philadelphia, and we come to fight. Our clients know that they've got representation with a chip on its shoulder, and it's the same chip that makes Philly the toughest city in the country. Call 215-568-3500 or visit us online at messalaw.com. Messa & Associates, the toughest injury firm in Philadelphia.
On the field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Welcome back. National Football Show. It's your boy, Dan Sileo. On a Football Friday, too. I love the comments Bryce Harper made. I just love it here. I want to be here. I want to retire a Philadelphia Philly. Dude, shit, I'm in. I think this guy at times has shown me where he can be a punk. You got Bryce Harper now wanting to be a Philadelphia Philly for the rest of his career. Okay. Mr. Gold Cleats? Okay. I'm in. I'm in. Then you got Beatrice Simmons. Well, I don't know. Why should I play here? Why should I play here? They hate me. Well, they hate you because you don't love playing here and you don't want to be here. Think about this for a second. How would you like, you know where I would send that guy? Send him to the Minnesota T-Wolves. Send his ass there. And if you want, send him to Toronto. Get him out of the country. Send him to the Macabre League over in Europe. I don't care what you do with the guy. Just get his ass out of here. I don't want to see that guy's face at the arena for fans to have to sit there who paid hard-earned money to watch this guy bitch and moan. Dude, shut the hell up. You can't be a professional athlete and moan and whine. But that's today's NBA guy. They bitch and they moan and they whine. Look at what James Harden did last year. Sacramento. Hey, chalk it up, Philly. I love that idea. Send him to Sacramento. Yeah, send him to the Cowbell City. I can't stand guys like Beatrice Simmons. Cleveland? Yeah. Detroit? I actually like Detroit. Detroit's a cool city. I played there. Detroit's cooler than you think. Okay? I actually like Detroit. Tough people, hardworking. People in Philadelphia and Detroit, they're and Boston and Pittsburgh. Those are those hardworking folks that, man, they get up, they do their job. They got a shitty position sometimes they're in, but they got to dig their way out of it every morning when they're getting out of bed and out of their driveways. Come on, man. I never really rip a city, especially hardworking ones. LA and Miami, the front runners. It's like what's in now. Not really hardcore. New York can have a little bit of that at times. Madison Avenue, like this Odell Beckham story here. You see, Odell Beckham is potentially more marketable than Tom Brady. It's all about the flash, man. Odell Beckham could never play in a city like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Boston, because you got to go to work in those places. People don't care about flash in those places. Do you know what flash is? When you're flashing your championship rings. OKC, William, right? When you got championship rings on, right? Hey, guys, let me show you this real quick here. Philly, tell me if this is what you want to see. Okay? This is what people only want to see when you're talking about championships. Championships. I know what it's like to win one. There's one for you. Another one for you. And another one. 3 nice championship rings. Right? People don't want to hear anything. They don't want in any way to hear people crying and moaning when it comes to a guy not wanting to be here. That's why I give it to Bryce Harper. Way to go, dude. All right. This Eagles-Saints game this weekend is going to tell us a little bit more about the football team as we go forward, because let's do this, man. Okay? These next 3 weeks, Saints, Giants, Jets. Okay? Saints, Giants, Jets. The 3 wins can make you 7-6. Okay? Can make you 7-6. Hey, whoa, guys. Chris. Chris goes, any of them pro? Well, this is my NFL alumni ring. Does that count, Chris? This is my NFL alumni ring. Does that matter? No. Guys, wait a minute. When someone like Dakota comes in, that's okay. Got to remember something. We've inspired him to come here on YouTube to find the National Football Show on JAKIB Media, and for him to come here, we won. Don't worry about guys like that. He came here for a reason. We've inspired him to come here, write that, find us. Do you know how many options there are on YouTube? And for a guy like that to do that, we win. We win. It's all good. When people post that, just put a smiley face. Always remember. See, back in the day, I used to get mad at that. That's the biggest win you can have. That means he watches the show every day. He watches the show every day, because who in their right mind would waste their time on something that you hated? Right? How many times have you gone back to a bad sub place and gone, hey, man, you know what? Give me that shitty sub and let me eat it. Right? 3 must wins. I agree with you, man. Big Sills. Offensive line is all about technique. And it's a great point. Offensive line, that's why I told you, I think it takes a little bit more time to develop those guys than it does a defensive line. Eastside Monster. You aren't winning till you have haters. Wait a minute. I think Jermaine and all you guys, Jermaine, tell these guys about haters. All you have to do is go over to my Twitter page. Krause Jr. goes like this. Jesus Christ, Sileo. Go over to Twitter versus here. Completely different, man. Okay, completely different. William, it's all good, man. Hey, by the way, though, Dakota does remind me to do this. Guys, please hit the like button. We appreciate you guys doing that for me. Thank you, guys. Just pound this thing out here. So Odell Beckham is more popular than Tom Brady. Well, I don't know what that has to do with anything when it comes to winning. Okay? Hey, Jermaine, I know, because you get Big Sills back, right? They'll kill you on Twitter, don't they? Oh, you love this racist and misogynist. And I'm like, well, I don't even know what you're talking about. Right? Yeah, hey, that's correct. I'm sorry I didn't hit on that. Thank you very much. Wentz is at 68% of the plays played. Oh, my God, Eastside Monster. That goes into our topic here, too. So it looks like Antonio Brown may have used a fake COVID card. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you use a fake COVID card? I mean, dude, you've got everything going in the right direction, man. Man, the Bucs could cut your ass for that. Right there. Hey, Eastside Monster, that's the kind of shit that gets in his way, man. You know? Justin, dude, you're great, and I appreciate it. Taco says I smashed the like button harder than Big Sills. I don't know about that, though, dog. Giselle, I may have a couple tries at it. Right on, dude. What is it, 3 to 5 years? Is it really? No. William Steele says, AB's out there buying fake inspection stickers. Hey, I could use one. Right? Alexander says, Dan the Snowflakes accuse old school. Absolutely. Dude, racist, really? The only people I hate in life are Nazis. I don't really hate anybody, dude. Okay, I hate Nazis. Old school is a dying breed. I don't know about a dying breed. I think people telling the truth is a dying breed. Alexander, I think people who tell the truth, I think that's a dying breed. I think those are folks that, because of today's political landscape, you're afraid. Watch this. Even if you are or you aren't a Trump supporter, how many times in your lifetime have you ever had to lie to people or not tell people that you supported Trump? And if you did, it was like you had to be careful because you didn't want them to cancel you or say something to you and get into a confrontation with you. Whether you're a Trump supporter or not, or whether you're a vaccination supporter or not, that's not shit I'm going to battle over. So I don't care what you think. I'm not going to debate that with you because I don't care about that debate that bad with you to get into an argument with you. You know what I mean? I don't care. Well, how can you, dude, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time with me because I just do this. I'm not getting to an argument, especially with family members over stuff like that. I get into arguments over, is Howie Roseman aiming your Eagles in the right direction? Oh, Cole, I probably agree more with you on that right there. Oh, Cole, I think you and I, because you know who we root for when I see that? You're an American. Someone goes, Trump, Biden. I go, no, man, I root for America, dog. I root for America. What's your favorite? America. Right? Hey, Kevin goes, stop. Still stop, please. Hey, wait. Nick, he is, but he's failed us, Dan. Time and time again. Who, Biden or Howie? Wait a minute. Nick, you're going to have to kind of like set the record straight here. Nick, is it Biden or wait, stop it. Kevin. Both. Nick, I hate to do this to you, dude, but your boy just signed. Hey, Chris, I got it, man. Yeah, that's a good thing. Plus, I think some tackles are out. The National Political Show, yeah, hosted by yours truly, Vito Anafirmo. How you doing? This is Vito Anafirmo. We're here live at C-SPAN, and guess this. Everybody sucks in Washington. How you doing? Get some cannolis over here. No, wait. Whoa. Leave the gun. Get the cannolis. How you doing? Oh, is Howie vaxxed? Oh, my God. You mean the general manager of the Eagles is not vaccinated? Holy shit. The National Political Show, starring Vito Anafirmo. Cannolis for everybody, all right? How you doing? Roe versus Wade, Sileo. Do you know what it is? Yeah, Roe versus Wade. I saw the battery the other day. It was Phillies and Giants over there at AT&T. Unbelievable curveball that guy throws. Wait a minute here, man. From your 2000, wait. Howie wearing those guys, that is a true statement. Howie dresses like he's a guy from the Gambino crime family. Gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. I've got Fletcher Cox over here. Aye. And I got Zach Ertz over here. Which one do you want? What do you want for him? I'll tell you what I want. I want you to give me a third rounder, and I'll pick up some of the money. That's why I got $21 million under the cap right now. I can't give you a third rounder for that guy. Here's Fletcher Cox, and I'm going to pay half his salary. Would you give me a third rounder for him? I would. If I was somebody like the Rams, oh, wait a minute. Excuse me, the Rams don't have any more third rounders. They've given them all away. Okay? Leave the gun, grab the cannolis. Hey, is this sad? Guys, is this sad for me? My two favorite holiday movies are Scarface and Godfather. 1. That thing may never come. This is what I'm going to do to you guys. I may ask you for a favor one day. That day may never come. But when that day comes, your Don will expect you to repay. Until then, enjoy my daughter's wedding. Ugh. Not my kid's wedding. I got a gun rack in the house already. Kid goes, where's the gun? I go, hey, right? That's what I'm doing here. Hey, man. Big Chris, I got a nice fruit basket. So wait a minute here. 2018. Okay? $164 million your boy has given up. Howie Roseman just signed 3 guys out of the 18 draft for $164 million. That sucks. He's hit on 15 of 29 draft choices in the last 4 years. Gabriel, if AB faked his card, that's honestly bad character. I think it is too. Because there's no reason to go there. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Didn't it come out in June or July? Didn't it come out? See, it came out in the summer, didn't it? Or did it? I know it was taped around Christmas time, but is it a Christmas movie? Yeah, anytime you throw a guy off a building, I think it's a Christmas movie. Anytime you throw a guy off a building, I'm good. Not that I have, but not that I have, but okay. Cowboys and Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. The Dallas Cowboys win this game, guys. We brought this up yesterday. If they win this football game and they beat Kansas City at Arrowhead, guys, Cowboys are the best team in the NFL. And then you've got to start doing this. If you're the Eagles or you're the Washington Redskins or you're one of these teams, you got to start doing this, guys. Okay, are we staying close to these guys to where we're going to be competitive with these guys in 3 years? Remember what I told you. The Eagles are going to potentially be better than the Cowboys in 3 years. That's what Howie looks, because everybody sees the salary cap situation that's going to maybe hit the Cowboys between the eyes. Now, let me say one more thing, though, about that. This new collective bargaining agreement is going to allow teams to defer money out. So if you take a cap hit on, say, Zeke, if you cut him, or Amari, you're going to be able to defer that money out. So Dallas is going to be able to still be a player in the game in this. So take a look at what Howie has actually done. You're probably going to have $50 million in salary cap space, okay? $50 million, 11 picks, and your ability to defer the money out. Man, Amari Cooper is out with COVID reasons. Guys, there's another example of getting the vaccination, and you're still out. Here, guys, I'm going to say this, you guys probably, some of you may like it, some of you may not. If I'm fully vaccinated and I come down with COVID symptoms, I think it's preposterous that the NFL holds you out of games. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's utterly ridiculous. Why get the vaccination then? Well, it stops you from, I don't care about that. My player can't play this weekend. Are you under some impression guys don't play with the flu? Are you under some impression guys don't play hurt? Or guys need surgery right now? And so if you're fully vaccinated, you're trying to tell me that's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Okay? Xander just updated me, said he is. Or wait a minute, let me get that right, Xander. He's not vaxxed. Okay? My point, though, is these guys that are, bro, I got a problem with that procedure. I do. One more thing here on this. If Patrick Mahomes gets beat by Dak Prescott and the Cowboys win this game, it's a signature victory for Dak and the Cowboys. I think they become the team to beat. I do. I think they become a team that you have to look at. By the way, I want to talk a little bit about Mac Jones' performance last night. Belichick having the Patriots aimed in the right direction. There's some pretty good college football games, too. More on Eagles and Saints. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
When it comes to the fight against insurance companies, large corporations, and the healthcare industry, injured victims are always the underdog. But that doesn't worry us. At Messon Associates, we're an injury law firm from Philadelphia, and we come to fight. Our clients know that they've got representation with a chip on its shoulder, and it's the same chip that makes Philly the toughest city in the country. Call 215-568-3500 or visit us online at messalaw.com. Messon Associates, the toughest injury firm in Philadelphia.
On the field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Welcome back. National Football Show here on this Football Friday. Guys, can I get an opinion from you, please? You know, I've wavered on this opinion. I thought one way about Michael Jordan, I used to have, we'll get into Saints and Eagles here in a minute and the rest of the NFL action this weekend. You think athletes should be role models? Here, where I'm going with this is, so LeBron James, of course, commented on the Kyle Rittenhouse case, and he's known to be very political. And we're quick, or some of us are quick, to jump his shit because he has an opinion. You know, I used to get on Michael Jordan and Tiger for not saying anything with social issues. You know, not everybody's going to be Muhammad Ali, okay? Not everybody's going to be Ali. You know, people today know Ali as an activist more than they do the tremendous heavyweight champion he was, and he was. Here's a guy that actually was underrated and absolutely overachieved everything in his life. I mean, he's the greatest American athlete of all time, in my opinion. Encompassing everything. Ali's the guy. Socially, historically. He's one of the 10 most recognized Americans in history. Not expecting you to be there. But when LeBron has a comment about Rittenhouse or this, shouldn't we as a community and as a country inspire that for him to speak his mind, even if, get this, even if we don't believe that that's our opinion? Don't you think that when you hear from people that have a thought on something that's going on in our country, shouldn't we inspire our athletes to be more vocal? Chris, he didn't. He can't. But Michael Jordan, if you watched that documentary, Jordan was a businessman. He was trying to sell sneakers, and he was trying to sell a brand, and he was trying to build a brand. He was what was his famous line? Republicans buy sneakers too. How do you, should athletes be role models? Should they stand for something? Because then we get into, you know, it's funny. My daughter said something to me years ago. She's like, Dad, if you have an opinion on something, be prepared to have it challenged. And she's right. So when LeBron makes comments about Kyle Rittenhouse, what about the fact that he uses slave labor to make sneakers and sell them to inner city kids at $375 a pop? You think that's American? See, that's the kind of stuff that gets back at LeBron when you're vocal like this. Or should you just do what Laura Ingraham says? Shut up and dribble. Paul, you're not wrong. LeBron's in China's pocket. That's how you could perceive his business relationship with Nike. And I'm not sure you're wrong. Justin says it's part of the First Amendment. You should be allowed to speak our minds. But people try to censor that because they don't agree with you. It's dumb how it is nowadays. Justin, when you and I and everyone here has an opinion on something, I'm not going to hate you because you differ on my opinions. I'm just wondering how people see athletes. I mean, like, do you hate a particular actor or athlete because they have different political views as you? No None says using slave labor is as American as America gets. Gabriel says, I think it's the idea that athletes' opinions are more important. Okay, that's a great one, Gabriel. They're not any more important than your opinion. They've just got different platforms than you. Chalk It Up Sports Philly. Nike has been issuing Chinese slave labor for decades. They have 87% of their sportswear are made Nike in China. Mr. Wink says Laura Ingraham didn't say anything when Drew Brees talked about kneeling. People aren't consistent in their criticism, all based on their agenda. That's a fucking great take, Wing. Wing, that's a great take. And get this, Wing's take doesn't piss you off. It's an agenda-driven attitude you have to have when you're looking at different political views and how they affect your narrative. Wing, that's so smart. Eastside says everyone isn't like us. We're a bunch of meatballs, all in the pot, right? Every meatball's different. Eastside, you and I, man, could have a good spaghetti dinner. Justin, another great take. This is why you guys are brilliant. Depends on your actions and choices. You guys are freaking brilliant today. Shane, Nike shoes fall apart after 3 months. I haven't bought Nike in a long time. Eagle Empire, it's not Chinese slave labor. Do they get paid lousy? Yes. But that's a product of the Chinese infrastructure. So true. So true. Absolutely. But Eagle, don't pretend if you're Nike that you're an American company when you have communistic ideals and how you run your business. Nike pretends that they're an American company, but their ideology is Chinese. Because their infrastructure, when it comes to moving product, is based in China, not based in America. They're not creating American jobs. That's not an American company. It's the most un-American company you could possibly have in this country, criticizing people in Washington, and then on top of that, selling products to Americans using that infrastructure that you just mentioned. Smile, I don't know how the NBA gets around doing work with a communist country. I just thought that was interesting because what we're seeing today is athletes today using their platforms for a political narrative. And again, when a guy has an opinion on something, I sit back and listen to it at first. Okay? Calvin, by the way, I'm not saying right now, I'm not attacking LeBron here at all in any way. I'm asking you guys about athletes having comments, because you know this, athletes are going to comment on this Kyle Rittenhouse case today. You know why I haven't really commented on it? I don't care about it. I don't care about it. Zero bearing in my life. Zero bearing on my life. Okay? Zero. Because I'm not going to get into a conversation with somebody who might turn that thing into a race conversation. I don't want to go there. Rather not. I'd rather talk about other things, man. Things that I kind of care about, which is Eagles, Saints. East Camden says any brand is going to fall apart in 3 months. No, China isn't communist. That's just a title that they put their name on. I see no common ownership of labor and resources. We'll agree to disagree. Let's move on here. Mac Jones last night. Did you guys see and watch that game? Did you watch that game last night? Tell me that when you're watching a guy that has put together a turnkey business like Bill Belichick has, that Mac Jones wasn't the perfect guy for that job. Let me say this to you. When Bill Belichick, Gino, that's pretty good. Kelvin says the Falcons are awful. Guys, go here with me, though. You think there's any coincidence that you're watching Jalen Hurts have success with the Eagles now, and Mac Jones is having success in New England? Do you know the one thing that I will tell you about these Alabama quarterbacks? They are smart as hell. They know where to throw the ball. They're coachable. Every one of these quarterbacks that are coming out of college, who would have thunk this? Alabama, a pound and ground type of program 7 years ago, is now a quarterback factory. Big Chris says the Falcons are a dumpster fire. Gabriel says, I think Hurts would be good in New England too. Oh, well, Gabriel, because he's more kind of like Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett had success up in New England. You think he would work more than what Mac Jones is working? The Saban mentality, another good take. Jalen is smart. That dude learns a new system. Man, I got to tell you, man, that is one of the best takes of the day right there. Dude, you're right. He can learn a system like that, whether it's Oklahoma, Alabama, Doug Peterson, Nick Sirianni. This dude here, I mean, he picks these systems up so damn efficiently, man. Okay? Wing says, Dan, my thing is, Mac Jones has a running. Wing, New England has developed that running game quicker than what the Eagles have, haven't they? That's a good point. They started developing that running attack early in the year, whereas how many weeks do you think it's taken the Eagles to develop that running attack? 5? They were already working that running system, weren't they? And the running game has helped Mac Jones come along. Gino says, let's this O-line build and grab a veteran wide receiver. Dupree says 5-6 different systems. Absolutely, he has. Rico 6. Hurts just needs time. McNabb started out rough. Shane 6 says. By the way, guys, please do me a favor. Pound that like button. You guys have been fantastic, man. Thank you so much. You know what, Kelvin? I tell people this all the time. Don't look at the opponent. Okay? So what the Falcons sucked? That has nothing to do with your success. If you suck or not, you know, they're still in the NFL. Guys, I'm going to tell you. Here, let me give you, you know what he says? Or people are saying, hey, man, the Falcons suck. Let me tell you this. So my rookie year, we were playing against a Green Bay team, a Lindy and Fonnie Green Bay team. And I got to tell you guys, man, their record was like, I don't know, 2-6 or something. We were like 4-3 or something like that, right? It's my rookie year. We go up to Green Bay. And, man, they beat the piss out of us. And I was like, holy cow, man. Don't ever look at an NFL team's record, or you'll have happen to you what the Bucs had happen to them when they took on Washington. You can't do that any longer. In the NFL, man, you got to show up and play. Don't be surprised when the opponent shows up. I have never in my life, guys, I have never seen the league this competitive. The National Football League is as competitive as I've ever seen. I mean, every single week. Like I'm telling you, man, this Colts and Bills game, it's a pretty big football game. You know, the Bills have kind of wobbled a little bit, right? Carson's playing better. I don't know, until he has those dramatic 8 minutes of football. Justin says that's what happened to Dallas when the Broncos went to Jerry World. They ran them off the floor, dude. Gino, it really is that moniker now, isn't it? Any given Sunday. Chris says Hurts is faster than McNabb. Yeah, but remember, Chris, what I told you? When you start talking to me about running 40-yard dashes, I don't care about that. I want accuracy. Nick says the NFL is strange this year. It's an odd year. It is, man. There is no clear-cut favorite this year. Shane says, still like to see them draft another wideout. Shane, I think they need a veteran wideout. Chalk it up, Sports Philly. Hey, get this. You know who wrote that? Jamie Williams wrote that movie. He's a friend of mine, former tight end for the 49ers, wrote that. Jamie Williams wrote that. And you know where they filmed it? They filmed it at the old Orange Bowl before they knocked it down. Any given Sunday? Most of that stuff was filmed at the Orange Bowl, where I played my college ball. It was at the OB. Yeah, Jamie Williams wrote the script for that, gave it to, what's his name? And they made the movie. Yeah. The guy who made JFK. Eagle Empire says, would you trade Michael Thomas? I would. He don't want to be there. He just doesn't want to be there. Paul says, 2 big games in the NFC. Washington versus the Panthers. Saints-Eagles, with the winners moving towards the 6th and 7th playoff seed. That's a great take right there. He's right. That's the lanes to get to the playoffs right there, is what Paul just said. Rico says gambling has changed the officiating. I hope that's not true. Rico, I totally hope that's not true. Oliver Stone, there you go, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Alexander. Absolutely. All right. Want to take a timeout. I'm going to give you the exact game plan that I think Nick Sirianni should have against the Eagles. We'll take a look at some other games here. I do want to hit on some of those college games too. And one other thing, there's a game out there that also is significant too when it comes to the Eagles standings. We'll do it next. You keep it here on the National Football Show.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. 1 free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
When it comes to the fight against insurance companies, large corporations, and the healthcare industry, injured victims are always the underdog. But that doesn't worry us. At Messon Associates, we're an injury law firm from Philadelphia, and we come to fight. Our clients know that they've got representation with a chip on its shoulder, and it's the same chip that makes Philly the toughest city in the country. Call 215-568-3500 or visit us online at messalaw.com. Messon Associates, the toughest injury firm in Philadelphia.
On the field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Welcome back. National Football Show. Dan Sileo. These quarterbacks could be on the move this coming 2020 offseason here. Jimmy Garoppolo, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Matt Ryan, and Jared Goff. I can't think if you're in Detroit right now and you're Dan Campbell, you're feeling pretty good about that. I would say that Tua could be also on the road. And obviously, too, I didn't have Deshaun Watson. So let me read this list to you. If you're Howie Roseman with all this money and all this equity and draft choices, thanks, Mike, you're right. Deshaun Watson, Jimmy Garoppolo, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Matt Ryan, Jared Goff, and Tua Tagovailoa. Boy, I'll tell you something. Watch this. Deshaun Watson, one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the game. Garoppolo won an NFC championship. Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl. Russell Wilson, 2 NFC championships and a Super Bowl. Matt Ryan, NFC championship. Jared Goff, NFC championship. Tua, first rounder. There's some pretty good names on this list here. If you're looking for a quarterback and you're not sure your dude's in the room, and let me ask you this. With these guys that are going to be on the move, is Jalen better than Deshaun? No. Is Jalen better than Jimmy Garoppolo? Is Jalen Hurts better than Jimmy Garoppolo? Listen to me debating it. If I'm debating it, that's pretty crazy. 3 weeks ago, I'm not debating that. Jimmy Garoppolo. You guys think he is? Gabriel says maybe. East Camden says yes. Are you guys doing it because he's more durable? I'm going to go call you CB. CB says yes. Bigger upside. Bigger upside, Birdman. Bigger upside. Bigger upside. He's more reliable. Eastsider says no. Darnold, too. Darnold will be on. Yes. Sam Darnold will be. Chalk it up, Sports Philly says it's not clear cut. Don says he's better. That's pretty good, man. So you're into conversation with Jimmy Garoppolo and you're Jalen Hurts? Well, fuck, dudes. I'm not trading that guy away for just anything or moving off of him. Obviously, no Aaron Rodgers, you're not. You're not Wilson. Would you rather have Matt Ryan or would you rather have Jalen Hurts as your quarterback in 2022? Who's more accurate? Well, Matt Ryan is by far. Matt Ryan's a borderline Hall of Famer. If you think Matthew Stafford's a Hall of Famer, Matt Ryan is too. Okay? Is Jalen better than Matt Ryan? He's not better than Matt Ryan. Wow, he's Camden. Really, guys? No way. Based on age? Yeah, but that's not a factor anymore, guys. Guys, that's not a factor, age. I think you can have a quarterback like Aaron. Look, you're still going to get first-round draft choices for Aaron Rodgers at 37. Hurts over everyone. We can afford Big Sills. Carl says Jalen Hurts. Wow. You guys think Jalen Hurts is better than Matt Ryan? So you think he's better than Matt Ryan and Garoppolo? Those two guys have NFC championships. So you obviously think that Jalen Hurts, Howie Roseman's boy, is panning out. Nick says Jalen has franchise written on him. East Camden says Howie would have to leave the state if he takes Ryan. He's better than Jared Goff. I hate that guy since he came out of Cal. I thought he has sucked since he came out of Cal. And wouldn't it be crazy that in the end, Jalen was better than Tua? Saban thought Tua was better than Jalen. His preferential favorite was Jalen. Or excuse me, it was Tua. He thought Tagovailoa was better than Jalen. That's why he went to Oklahoma, Jalen. Right? Sam Darnold, he's better. I think Sam Darnold. I said this about Sam Darnold coming out of college. Sam Darnold was a turnover machine at Southern Cal, and he's remained that. Hey, you see Flacco, man, now he's starting with the Jets. Oh, I know, that's a contingent pick, isn't it? Hey, Smile, am I right? Isn't it go by amount of starts that draft pick turns into a bigger pick if Joe Flacco starts the rest of the season out for the Jets? Doesn't that thing turn into a bigger pick for the Eagles? It was a contingency trade, right? That draft choice can move up in importance if he starts winning games and he starts making career starts. Is that right? I thought that was part of the deal to send Joe Flacco to the Jets, was that, you know, it had parameters around that pick. You guys get a fifth, okay? Yeah. Yeah, you want Flacco to start the rest of the way out then. You get Flacco to start a fifth, man. Hey, Brady was taken in the sixth. Muhammad, how you doing, brother? Delvin says Sam Darnold's ass. Nick says, Dan, all Jalen needs is a defense that can be consistent. And that's a complete playoff team. Maybe. Here's what I think happens. They have got, and I'm gonna go on the. Let me start on the defensive side of the ball for the Eagles. You got to remember, you got to prepare for two quarterbacks here, Trevor Siemian and Taysom Hill, and they're two different philosophies. You've got 20-20, then you have red zone. Taysom Hill comes in most of the time for Sean Payton when the Saints are in the red zone, and when he's in the red zone, they come up with these gimmicky plays, kind of like the old Wildcat. You guys remember the old Wildcat play? Direct snaps and stuff like that. So you're almost putting a game plan together where you've got to take on two different styles of play. They want to be more physical inside the red zone. What do? They bring in Taysom Hill. They're not trying to throw the ball around the yard down there. And with Kamara and Michael Thomas not being part of the arsenal any longer, they're going to try to run the ball at you because teams have had success doing that a little bit. You know, the defense ranks down in the 20s. So the Saints are going to move the sticks on you. If this is me, you have got to, because these quarterbacks are in a new system, except for Taysom, but Taysom's a gimmicky quarterback. I think you've got to be a little bit more with movement, disguises. This is not something Jonathan Gannon does a really good job of. You've got to kind of disguise if you're going to play man or zone. I don't really think the Eagles are a man defense. I don't think they have the capability to play man. But if you don't have the capability to play man, what you got to do is, man, you've got to have more walk-up disguises. I think you got to try to confuse that Saints team. That's going to be pretty tough when you're talking Sean Payton. Sean's pretty much seen every situation that is going to be thrown at him. So you've got to manage your defense with your offense. You have got to go on. To me, I would say this to you. If the Eagles can put up 65 plays, okay, 65 plays, and I'm talking like 8, 9 play drives, they'll win the game. 3 and outs are okay. You can't have 3 and outs with 2 turnovers. I'm okay with punting. This game's not going to be a blowout. This is, like I said, this is going to be a 24-23 game. Don't allow yourself to get into a position where you got turnovers and 3 and outs, and you're in 3rd and long. You can't do that. They maintain these drives. They give them the dual backs that have been successful over the last 3 weeks. You got yourself a party. And you win this ball game. And believe it or not, you get yourself to 5-6 on the season. And then you got the sorry-ass Giants and Jets. 2 games in a row that you can maybe start to have have thoughts of maybe getting to 500, and then who knows from there. This is going to be an interesting ball game. By the way, I got the Cowboys winning at Arrowhead. I just think there's too much offense there in Dallas' side, and I don't believe that Kansas City can run the ball. I just don't believe they can run the ball. All right, guys, you guys have been great. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button. You guys have been sensational. Man, we've had a bunch of great weeks. I know we could sit here and talk and talk and talk and talk. We could keep going and keep going and keep going, man. But you make sure you have yourself a great weekend. By the way, don't forget, Wake Forest, Clemson. Who would have thought Wake Forest would be the ranked team in this game? Iowa State, OU will be a good game. Bama, Arkansas should be interesting. Bama's still favored by 20.5. And Utah, Oregon should be pretty good. All good, guys. Please hit that like button. Like I said, till Monday, Gary Cobb will be with us. We'll break down that game. Till Monday, 4 to 6. See you on the